All right, so do you guys know about the main types of foods that are in Mexico?
Just a little bit from like Mexican restaurants.
All right, so I'm going to tell you about the types of foods that there are in Mexico. So the main dishes are enchiladas, tacos, fajitas, guacamole, churros, and that's about it. And what's different about Mexican food and American food is that Mexican food, they tend to use a lot of spices and salt, and they tend to be more healthier than American food. And Americans tend to use a lot more sugar and make theirs a lot less healthy. And that's why Mexicans are healthier than us because they use a lot of vegetables also. And then also, this is a fact that I did not know about Mexican food. They don't use frozen food, like it's not considered a thing in Mexico at all.
Hmm,
Yeah.
cool. I guess like speaking of Mexican food, um, you know how you hear at a Mexican restaurant like mariachi music?
Yeah.
Yes. So like what I ended up researching was about like traditional Mexican music,
Uh huh.
and one of them was mariachi music, which is where like kind of the cowboy like dress that they do that came from a visit from the U.S. Secretary of State, and he wanted, I guess, the traditional Mexican garb worn to look nice, and that was dictated by a Mexican general. That's actually called the charro suit, which translates to cowboy. Then
Okay.
there's ranchero music, which is all about like singing on ranches in Mexico, and that originated in the 19th century. And it's centered on like the values of love, patriotism, and nature. And then there's Mexicano music, which is like an indigenous type of music, and that centers upon like string music and that type of stuff. And that came when the Spanish colonizers ended up like meeting with the indigenous people and creating their own type of music. So yeah.
Okay. That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. Freddie, what do you have to say?
Oh, speaking of um, people getting together and attending events, a lot of people around the world tend to go to like sporting events and things like that. Um, Mexico and the U.S. both um, love their sporting events, and in Mexico, their top tier league is Liga MX, which is Liga MX football, which is like basically American soccer,
Uh huh.
and they have 18 teams within their league. Their top their winningest club is Americana. They
Okay.
have 13 titles, and they everyone within that league is very passionate about their the soccer, well, football, and they love their teams and are very passionate. And in the NFL, a lot of Americans love the sport of football and love attending the events. And they have 32 teams, and they also have their top leading club is the Green Bay Packers with 13 titles as well. And they both are very supportive of their teams, such as the same way as Mexico is with as far as football,
Mm-hmm.
which is American soccer.
Okay.
And they both are very passionate, and they both produce the most amount of fans, the average within North America. So they're
Okay.
both very passionate about that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I think we did a good job talking about Mexico, and I think that wraps it up.